Hi Stats33, how you doing? I know yesterday was a whirlwind for you and you're probably going through it today. So I wanted to shoot a video and go over just the high level items from yesterday that you may have missed or maybe you didn't quite catch or you just need a little clarification on. Um, so I had a lot of learners email me yesterday and say, oh gosh, my 8 a.m. session got changed to 10 a.m. and I have another course at that time. I won't be able to make the live sessions. Not the case. Wednesday at 10 a.m. is basically just office hours. I'll record them just in case somebody had a similar question and post that for everybody. But I will be available to you at your scheduled time at 8 a.m. I just ask that you email me first, and then if it's an issue that we can't work out via email, we'll meet in the classroom. The reason I want to do that is because it's really difficult on my computer system to just be sitting in the classroom and try to do work on the side. So I'll be available to you at your scheduled 8 a.m. time and your 10 a.m. time. I had a lot of emails yesterday, and I hope I did you guys proud. I tried to answer them immediately. So if you guys could just do me a favor, though, when you send an email, please put down what course you're in and what time you're in, if you're at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. That just helps me keep things in context because I have other courses that I'm teaching, and so sometimes I'd get an email and I'd be like, oh, is this for botany or is this for stats? So yeah, if you guys could just help me out with the emails, that's great. If you reply to the email in sort of a text format, it's really hard for me to follow the context and help you out. So yeah, just try to help me out there. So unfortunately, the bookstore ordered the wrong book. I'm really sorry about that. It was sort of beyond their control as well. It really came down to our distributor. So they will do refunds and get you the right book. I don't know the process yet, but when I find out, I'm basically going to word for word tell you what the bookstore manager says. So the book is handy to have, but you can have an old copy of it. It's totally fine. Take it out of the library, get it on VitalSource, get it from a friend. I even have a few copies kicking around that I wouldn't mind sharing. So the book is really just supplementary if you need more practice. So one thing I didn't mention yesterday is that the weekly practice set will be due on Friday at midnight. And that is so that you'll have time to review it before your quiz on Sunday. But I had a few learners email me last night and say, hey, will you post the answer key for us so that we get like timely feedback? And you know what? Yes, I will do that thing. So your weekly practice set will be due Friday at midnight. And I will post the answer key on Saturday. So if you're late with your practice set, I pretty much won't accept it unless you have a brilliant excuse. So you'll be able to check over the answer key of the practice set and make sure that you know what you're doing before your quiz. The quizzes and the labs are due Sunday at midnight. One thing I found from teaching this course in the past is that if you try to get help on your lab and it is like Sunday at 10 a.m., there's a good chance your lab instructor is probably with his family, and so he probably won't get back to you. I'm the same way. I have a little guy, so I'm not usually that available on the weekends, but I do try to check my email. So the midterm is the week of October 26th. That means you get the whole week to decide when you want to take it. But when you start it, you have to finish it in that one session. And the final is the week of December 7th. And same thing. You start it, you have to finish it in that session. It is timed. There are a few security efforts put onto it, but essentially you won't have anybody watching you and there won't be like a lockdown browser or anything like that. And finally, I had so many emails yesterday about StatCrunch, and there are several options for StatCrunch, so you guys should just wait until lab to order it. But, you know, some of you are trying to get ahead of the game, and that's okay. So I had a few learners say, oh my gosh, it's $114 US. Yeah, one option is $114 US, but there are other options for it. You'll get that information in your lab. So just try and hold up on buying the StatCrunch just yet. It shouldn't be too expensive. The options include like you can get the bookstore book and then you get the StatCrunch with it for free, and it's like $90. And you can also rent it for like 6 months. That's one of the options. And another one of the options is actually just to buy the full program, which is the $114, and you get all the bells and whistles with that. So anyways, just take your time. with that. And don't freak out, it's just the first week, okay, you guys? So I wanted to go through what a week would look like for you. So this is just a calendar example for the coming up week. So Monday, September 7th is actually a holiday, but you can start Module 1 on that day if you choose to. I won't be available at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on that day, but I will be available via email in the evening. I'll get back to you. I don't suspect you'll have any questions though on that day. So anyways, though, on a typical Monday, yes, I'll be available to you at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Just send me an email first, and then we can work on getting together in Collaborate, or as a backup, we'll use Zoom. Tuesday, you might have a lab, I'm not too sure, or you can keep working on the module, or you can work on your other courses, whatever you need to do. Wednesday, just keep going through your module. I'll be available at 8 a.m. via email first, and then we have office hours at 10 a.m., which I'll record and post. Thursday, you might have a lab again, or whatever it is you need to do. And then Friday, you just keep going through Module 1. I'll be available again at 8 a.m. I'll be available at 10 a.m. as well. Sorry, that's not on this calendar. And the practice set will be due that night at midnight. On the Saturday, the practice set answers will be posted. And on Sunday, you have a quiz and a lab that is due at midnight. So that is how your week will look. Now, it's asynchronous. So I would recommend just going in at your scheduled time and going like 8 to 9 on Monday. I'm going to watch my lectures or whatever. But if you can't do that, you don't have to. You can watch them anytime during the week as long as you get the practice set in on Friday by midnight and your quiz and lab done Sunday at midnight. So, you can binge it just like Netflix. If you want to do it all in one day, you can. If you want to spread it out, if you want to do it every day of the week, whatever, it's totally up to you, but we will be here to support you. So I hope that helps you guys out, and I hope you had a good first week of school. And I know that this is, really strange times, and we're doing our best to help you guys through it, and we'll be here to support you. And let me know if you have any questions.